Speed is my motto, nothing's ever holding back.
Welcome back to the Lone Road iRacers podcast, the show where we deep dive into all things sim racing and iRacing. I'm your host, Guy Robertson, and today we're talking about the August 2025 iRacing development update. And let me tell you, this one is packed. We've got 4 brand new cars from GT3, GT4 and open wheel racing, a world-class Formula 1 venue coming to the sim, a fan favourite British circuit getting a fresh coat of paint, a massive leap forward in immersion with the future maybe of animated pit stops, and more upgrades to the UI, VR, AI and beyond. So let's strap in and break it all down. Before we looked at Greg's information he shared this week, I thought we'd just have a quick stopgap and recap on what we got through iRacing, or from iRacing, for Season 3. So Season 3 was already a strong build. We got the Ferrari 296 Challenge, the classic Gen 4 NASCARs like the Monte Carlo and the Ford Taurus, and updates to tracks like Richmond, Iowa as part of the NASCAR Refresh project. The star of the show, however, was the Shell V-Power Motorsport Park at the Bend, which added 7 layouts and instantly became a must-race venue. And personally, I enjoyed the track. It took some learning because of the complexity of it and the amount of different layouts, but actually the track's pretty good in my opinion. On top of that, AI racing expanded with more cars and tracks, including the Porsche 919 and the Audi R18, plus new layouts at Daytona and the Bend as already mentioned. Adding physics tweaks, more rain updates and balanced patches, and Season 3 gave us plenty to enjoy. But Season 4 is bringing even more. So it was pretty quiet for iRacing standard anyway. Usually by now they're leaking little teasers of cars under tarpaulins where you can just see the front end, for example, or little bits of new tracks all over social media. But it's been deadly quiet, and that's not like iRacing. So with a couple of weeks to go of Season 3, bang, Greg Hill drops the bomb on us once again. So we're going to look at the big announcements through the large development update that Greg spilled the beans on this week. So we're going to look first at the new cars. So there are 4 new machines hitting the iRacing service in a few weeks. We have the Aston Martin Vantage Evo GT3, a refreshed and refined Aston for the ever competitive GT3 category. Then for Indy, there is the Dallara IL-15, finally filling the Indy Lights gap in the open wheel ladder, bridging the step from Formula 4 to Indy. Now, personally, I like the look of the car, although it's just silver, what iRacing's kind of launched. But that might be a fun new car, especially because you can race it on road. So that might be something for me that I will go and buy and check it out. Then there is the Ford Mustang GT4, bringing a muscle to the GT4 ranks, adding variety and character to one of the most accessible and popular classes. BMW M4 GT3 Evo also gets a bit of a large update. The Evolution update to one of iRacing's most popular GT3 cars, tuned for real-world performance upgrades. This mix is spot on, whether you're chasing endurance GTs or climbing the open wheel ladder. There's something new for everybody here, And that is absolutely what we all need on the service. A quite wide branching rollout of new products. Now, this track has been talked about probably now in the development patch and in the rumour mill for probably about 2 or 3 seasons. It is Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez, with my accent on there. The big track edition is in Mexico City, and it is the home of Formula One Mexican Grand Prix. It's a unique challenge, high altitude, massive straights, heavy braking zones, and the iconic stadium section where the crowd surrounds you as you snake through the tight corners. I would expect chaos in multi-class racing here and intense slipstream battles in open wheel series, so plenty of late dive bombs. This is a brilliant global addition to the sim, and iRacing have done well to actually get this onto the circuit and onto the sim, due to probably lots of licensing embargoes and everything else. So well done to iRacing. Now we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to talk about Oulton Park and its artwork refresh. Fans of classic British circuits will be thrilled as Oulton Park is getting a full artwork refresh. Known for its narrow, flowing layout and challenging corners, Oulton has always been a driver's favourite on iRacing, but visually it's been showing its age. So with this refresh, we're expecting sharper textures, updated trackside detail, and an all-round modern look that puts it on par with iRacing's latest laser scan venues. It's disappointing personally that they've not actually gone and actually done a full rescan, especially when they were in the UK. Just think it was last year. And we're still missing another track that has not been part of the rollout for Season 4, which is Croft. So it'd be good to get an update actually of where they are with the development of Croft to add to the British circuits. Now, one thing that disappoints me on iRacing is the lack of animated pit stops. Yes, you get it in the ovals, and yes, you get it in some of the prototypes. But for everybody else, you go into the pits and it's pretty boring. You just sit there and it does it all behind the scenes. So I was personally amazed to actually read Greg's post about how they were developing animated pit stops. So for me, that's another big one. They may be coming to iRacing soon. So for years, pit crews have been invisible. We dress them all up. We've got the flagman and the rest of the guys just sat around in the backdrop. So the pit stops have felt a little sterile compared to real world racing. But starting with this development push, we're potentially going to now see crews come to life and basically get some work done off them for what we're probably paying them for. Hopefully we'll see jacks lifting the cars, tyres being swapped and fuel hoses in action. It's a huge leap for immersion factors. It doesn't just make pit stops feel more alive, it makes the whole broadcast experience look closer to real world motorsport. And you know what? Now all we really need are improved animated crowds and a podium at the end of a race to step onto if you've come in the top 3. And iRacing will be right there with real world race weekends. Touching base on another few biggies through the release this week, a new Sim UI. So there's loads and loads of third-party apps now, Race Labs, for example, that actually interface with it. And iRacing have been promising a big overhaul to their UI. And here it is, folks. The interface is also getting its biggest overhaul since Rain was introduced. Expect a cleaner, smoother, more intuitive way to get into races and manage your content. For new players, this reduces friction. For long-time members, it makes the daily grind a bit smoother. Now, Greg did allude to it's still not the finished product, and they're looking for feedback, so I'm sure they'll get lots of that. So still got to be a little bit patient, but some of the third-party apps like Race Labs is pretty good. I'm hoping iRacing has added some colour, added some other intuitive information that helps us use the iRacing one rather than pay for other support and third-party apps. But we'll have to wait and see. VR races then, so you're getting a new feature described as a powerful step forward for immersion. Details are still under wraps, but it could mean better rendering for rain and debris, or even a new headsets take like foveated rendering. Either way, Season 4 should be the best VR experience yet in iRacing, and that's good to hear. Personally, I've tried VR and it makes me sick, so I cannot use it, but for other people who absolutely love it, it is more good news. So we're going to come back in a minute and we're going to talk about AI and global expansion. As always, AI continues to grow. More cars, more layouts, and smarter adaptive AI means solo racing is becoming more engaging every build. And globally, iRacing is continuing its push to expand international support. More servers, better regional accessibility, and more international circuits like Mexico all point to a sim that's going truly global. And career mode has been spoken about again in this update, so that development is still under wraps, but clearly they keep commenting it, so it can't be too far away. Beyond the course sim, NASCAR 25, iRacing Arcade and Orontes have also been mentioned. These are currently outside of the course sim. iRacing's other projects are still moving forward. NASCAR 25 is set for release this October, around the 14th on console, certified and ready to hit the shelves. iRacing Arcade, that we've only just heard about this week, is a more casual, customizable spin-off designed to attract new players, and I'm sure we'd all have a look at that because it looks fun. And then there's Orontes, or the EXO Cross project. Still a little bit of a mystery, but heavily teased, like something between off-road or rally inspired. And it may be something that will really test the new engine that our iRacing is working on. So, what have we got to look forward to then, folks, as we approach the end of today's podcast? We have got Season 4 coming up in a few weeks. And just to recap, there's 4 new cars. There is a world-renowned F1 venue, i.e. the F1 track in Mexico. We have a updated artwork at Oulton Park to bring it into 2025. Animated pit stops for more immersion are under development. There's a redesigned UI that is partially finished, and they're looking for our support feedback. There are VR upgrades, and there are global AI expansions also taking place. And when you add in the NASCAR 25, Arcade and Orontes, you can see iRacing is building not just for the sim, but for an entire racing ecosystem. So closing thoughts then, viewers and listeners. What excites you? As what we've heard today. Is it getting behind the wheel of the Aston, the BMW, the Mustang, or the Indy IL-15? Is it learning every corner of Autódromo Hermanos Rodríguez, or is it seeing Oulton Park brought up to modern standards? Or finally watching your pit crew go to work right in front of you? Personally for me, I'm looking forward to the New Mexico track and Oulton Park. And of course, the animated pit stops will be a game changer for immersion. But the Mexico track is a close second. And seriously, once iRacing adds animated crowds maybe, and a proper podium ceremony, we'll be as close to real world weekends as it gets. Well, that's all for this week's episode of the Lone Road iRacers podcast. Thanks for tuning in. Keep it clean, keep it fast, and I'll see you on the track soon. Happy iRacing.
Whatever it takes, we're racing, we're in the zone. Whatever it takes, we push hard, never alone. I'm in the cockpit, the engines roar, hear me now. We're racing circles, got a hustle, made a vow. Chasing victory, it's all or nothing on the track. Sweet is my motto, nothing's ever holding back.